Hello, and thank you for being here today. I just thought I'd jump online and just expand on what I've been talking about the last few days on my posts. But first of all, I want to thank everybody who have responded to my posts. It's been great hearing back from you. A few people I've still got to get back to. I'll get back to you shortly because I'm going to reply to everybody. But it's great to see a response. It's great to see how our situation has obviously touched a point with yourselves. You've seen something there yourself with that. So, as I said, I just want to add a bit more. Because, travel's a big part of everybody's life. It depends where you want to travel to and where you have been in your life experiences. But for a lot of people, something I've learned over the years working closely with people, setting their goals and working with them to achieve them, is one thing that they are always looking to do and always say they want to do is to travel more. And when I start to dig into that, why and where, got a number of different reasons and responses to that. A lot of them didn't really know where they wanted to travel. It's just a feeling that they had, while others, they really knew where they wanted to travel, and they knew where they wanted to go, the countries they wanted to go, the time scales they wanted to go. Some of them, it was instantaneous. They wanted to do it now. Others was more like in the future when I retire, if I can afford it. And speaking to all these people over the years, it's really quite disconcerting to hear that they just couldn't do it now and just couldn't crack on and do it. And I'm been in that same position. I am been very fortunate. I've done a lot of traveling with my work. Even prior to that, was finishing higher education and going traveling. Been having opportunities of working in France and enjoying the culture there and working in the USA and a number of different areas. And it really got me the bug to understand that there's a lot of understanding around the world that you can gain by being out there and living with the people, more so than just maybe a short holiday. It's actually spending more time in there. But of course, we have those limitations with that. And it was something myself and Rose really wanted to do. We really wanted to make sure that when we will bring up our children that we would give them those life experiences, because ultimately by giving them those life experiences, they would have the ability to take that with them in their life travels. And as parents, we thought, well, that's our responsibility to do that. Make sure that they actually have the opportunity to do that. One, they're learning new cultures, maybe learning some new languages. Some of our little things we do, one of our little quirks when we go abroad to a country we've been to before, we learn some of the language, at least hello, goodbye, thank you, and ordering food, just for that cultural experience and the respect of that country. And it's a learning for the kids as well. And they meet the culture, they see the people, try the food, see different views and visions of what is going on in the world. Instead of some of those, some people's more sort of tunnel vision images of always going back to the same place. And I understand that. It's convenience. It's easy to do that. They fall in love with a place and they keep going back and back. But there's a lot more to the world and we have to go and grasp that where we can. So we've had that opportunity. But for us, when we're able to do it substantially prior to COVID, COVID really had a massive effect on our business. It really did cause a lot of financial pains with that. And that really stopped us doing the travelling that we're used to doing. Our ski holiday, a summer holiday, maybe a few weekends away with the kids. That all just came to an end because the funds weren't there to do that. And it's very frustrating when the kids are coming to you and say, where are we going on holiday? And you just say, we're not. We just haven't got the funds to do it, unfortunately, this year. And that starts to repeat. It gets to the stage where they can actually stop asking you, and you see that face or thinking, well, when will they come and ask about the holiday, even though deep down you know you're not going. It's frustrating. So with that, it really sort of struck a chord with us, and we really wanted to make sure that we can move forward and make a change. And it was through a passing conversation with a friend that he was talking about a trip they'd taken, and his daughter was so excited about this trip and always seemed to talk about it. And it was when they'd gone off to a trip to Singapore and the beautiful infinity pool that they'd gone in. And she's just got this memory of this pool, and it's all about memories. And this is something that's so important, which was part of our reason we wanted to take and did take our kids traveling prior to COVID, was the fact that we wanted to create memories. As a parent, we believe we're going to create those memories for our children, because you know what it is when you meet someone for the first time, you start talking about them, you start talking about your life and what you've done in the past, and there's always these memories that of childhood or your teenage years, whatever it is. But it's always, a lot of the time, not always, a lot of the time, is always related around a holiday or a break with family, friends. And this is what we were starting to miss, especially as the boys were getting older and the years of us going together as a family was starting to run out and frustrating. But with this passing conversation regarding their break and their time in Singapore and their child's memory of it, and she's so excited, but every time you mention it, she just starts buzzing about it. We just like, how did you manage that? What's going on here? Because we started asking more about their travels, and they're taking lots and lots of breaks. So what they kind of did was they actually showed me an interesting membership community for travel, where you get your own personal portal. And it takes away all the frustration of looking for all the different sites. You've done it yourself. I've done it. You go to Expedia, you go to Booking.com, and you're looking at the flights, you're looking at the rooms, you're looking at the accommodation, you're looking at the car hire, and all of a sudden you think, hold on, what was that on that other portal? What did that portal say? And it just gets confusing unless you're taking good notes. You've really got a good memory, which I don't. So to cut to one central portal, where I know I'm getting the best prices, wholesale prices that I know the public aren't getting, makes a massive difference to us. It's actually now quite exciting to actually sit down and actually talk about where we're going to go, see the excitement in the boys' faces, and start planning those trips again, because it makes it so important. So it's fun to see that and to make sure they do it. So, it doesn't matter where you are, what you're looking to do, there are the opportunities to do that travelling, that bucket list. Right, that bucket list that we all have, like, maybe it's that trip to Hawaii or trip to Disney or trip to Iceland, wherever it is. This is now achievable because of the discounts we can now achieve on this community portal. And it gives you more choice, but at a great cheaper price. It's not raiding your bank account like that general holiday would do. Especially, we all know during the peak period, the travel companies crank up the prices, and that's when the kids are off school. It's really effective. And here we are just at the end of that Easter holiday, and the kids are coming back from their trips, and the cost of those, when in a 10 days time, those prices can halve. So it's making sure that we do that. So one of the great things that we've discovered as a value we got from it, first for the choice. It's global holidays all around the world. We can choose when we go, where we want to go, who we want to go with. We can do that. So it's very straightforward. It's all in one locale. I don't have to go jumping around different portals or go and see a travel agent to do that. Also, it's having those conversations again with the kids, as I said a moment ago, making sure that we can actually go and have that time with them, do the planning with them, get excited about it, and make sure that everything in that process, and just seeing their faces again, is really good as well. Right, and the biggest thing is creating those memories. We know now when we go on these travels, there will be those stories. We still talk about them. We've got all the new exciting ones coming forward as well, what should be starting to talk about between as a family. And we also know in the future that the kids themselves will be talking about some of these activities, events, and places we've visited with friends, future friends, current friends. Again, and as I said, one of the biggest drives for us in the travel is memories, creating cherished memories for ourselves and the kids, things that we'll all talk about and they can talk about as well. So that's really why I just wanted to jump on this morning, just to expand on what I've been saying for the last wee while on my Facebook page. There's going to be a whole bunch more coming out about it as well with that. So if there's anything I've said that has resonated with you, please drop a comment below, say hi. Hey, let me know where your bucket list place is. Where's that one place you've always wanted to go to, you just didn't know how? Maybe I can help you with that. So great to have you here, and again, thank you again for everyone who has commented over the last few days. Thank you very much, and I look forward to speaking to you more about all this soon. Thanks. Bye.